All right, today you have kind of a creepy book called The House on the Edge of the Woods. So go ahead, turn over to the back cover and follow along as I read. Double dare through the dark, dark woods into the spooky old house and up the dark, creaky stairs. Would you dare to investigate if a treasure was at stake? So think about what you predict this book will be like after listening to the back cover read. So go ahead, open on up your book to page 2 here. Okay. This book begins in a mysterious way. Ava met Miles in the dark at the edge of the woods. So already you know that this is kind of going to be a creepy book. Ava and Miles are looking at the house at the edge of the woods, and they see a shadow moving in the window. If you turn the page, there are Ava and Miles. Miles has found a newspaper clipping by his locker. On page 7 here, you can read what the newspaper clipping says. The article is about a man who built a house at the edge of the woods. He disappeared 50 years ago. The article says that the man was always hinting that he had a hidden treasure in the house. Okay. So go ahead, open up your pre-reading form like I have opened here, and type in your answer. What do you think Ava and Miles are thinking after reading about the treasure hidden in the house? So go ahead, answer that question. If we continue to preview the book here, Miles and Ava are thinking about the treasure, but they stop reading the newspaper article aloud because they saw Andrew Miller, a new kid, was looking their way. So you can kind of see him in the picture, kind of peering over there. Okay, the newspaper article says the disappearance of the man is a cold case. Okay, so think about what a cold case might be. Okay, and use your best inferencing to come up with the definition of a cold case. If you also want to look it up, you can do that as well. So you should have the first question answered and now be answering the second question. All right, so Miles wants to go over to the house again, but Ava doesn't want to go because she's afraid of being eaten by a mountain lion. Realistic fear. Ava thinks an animal like a mountain lion might be in the shadow and might be the shadow moving in the window that you remember they saw from earlier. If you open up to page 10 here, we have some pictures. You'll see Ava and Miles at the house at the edge of the woods. Again, do you think they should go into the house? Yes, do you think they should go in or no? Okay, if you look at page 11, also on this page, okay, Ava runs into Miles accidentally and she hissed, ouch. When Ava said she was sorry, her voice echoed. Okay. If you turn the page, okay, we see Ava. And if we read the paragraph, it says, they heard a crash. Ava turned to run, but the stairs were tucked in darkness. She couldn't see the bottom. She turned her back and reached for Miles, but he wasn't there. Miles was already in front of the door. His hand was on the doorknob. Ava wanted to scream stop, but fear clamped her mouth shut. So think about, what do they mean when it says fear clamped her mouth shut? Because we know fear obviously doesn't have hands that can clamp her mouth shut. So what does it mean by that? All right, once you have all of these pre-reading questions answered, okay, you need to pause the video, read the whole book, okay, silently to yourself.